Okay, so I think we're about to finish this set off. How about a bit of e4? And Rossolimo is always an option. Seems like we're doing okay structurally. Now let's play a little bit of chess. He was in a hurry to do this, so I figured he knew what he was doing here. And I believe the knight's going to be better than his bishop. So let's go directly towards this ending. I expect bishop g5. That's probably the best move in the position. Now it's not anymore because I have f4. Yeah, I really messed this up. He is helping though. Very helpful fellow. Should I or should I not? He should double rooks. I will be surprised if he does. That's a reasonable move. I was actually looking at that too. Gotta watch out for that in some variations. Now I'm getting close to completely okay again. Knight e5 takes, queen takes d3, queen d6, rook takes b3. Yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. How about every piece is bad? I don't like that. Knight e5 takes. Takes on d3, rook d1, no. God, I can't even do that. Better to have activity than to just die passively, doing nothing. And the idea you gotta know when you're outmatched by the better minor piece and how to transition to a better situation. And clearly the end game was a good call here because my opponent completely crapped the bed immediately as soon as we entered the complications. So, Rossolimo. Well, yeah. I've never seen this before. You don't typically give up the bishop pair and then double your pawns. So I jumped the gun with e5. And then as soon as I saw knight e7, I was like, ooh, I can get a closed position. And then the more I started looking at it, the more I was like, ooh, I can't do the same thing you can do in the Nimzo Indian here because of the weird structure. He can actually just push the A pawn like he did. So to my opponent's credit, he did find the correct plan, and then as soon as he did, with queen a5 here, I have an oh crap moment. So I'm like, probably, all advantage is gone, which we see. So once you find yourself in an equal position, how do you do something? And this is a critical moment. I spent 30 seconds here. It's a decent chunk of the overall starting time. And it wants me to play passively. So I went with actively giving up a pawn in order to get play. I didn't even consider rook a2. To be fair, don't even understand the point. If I go queen takes c6, rook f8. And objectively, it is very, very difficult to sack 2 pawns in order to get this tactic and see that when you've got a minute on the clock. I would say very talented, aggressive players like Naroditsky may be able to find that type of idea, but I was completely oblivious to it. Rook b2 is required here. But now, it shows some players in complications. So if you have that option, typically practical chess players, masters, they have the option between rook c1 and having a passive position, or sacking a pawn to get targets and get active play, knowing that they're worse. They're going to go for the complications because it gives their opponent more room to go wrong. Rook takes e6 was better. I was just trying to hit the rook. Now, you have to play rook c7 because he hung the piece. A lot of missed opportunities there in that ending. Not the best game overall for white. I got equality very quickly. My opponent did well with black and made the most out of his position. But then complications get the best of us in time trouble.